Okay, so we're going to do problem 26 on page 590. Okay, so look in your book on page 590, please. And the question reads, at what point does the line with the equation y equal 2x plus 3 intersect with the line with the equation y equal half x negative 7? Choices A, B, C, or D. Okay, so to solve this problem, let's first get our white screen. You can solve by graph or by substitution. We're going to use substitution. So let me get my pen. And again, this is problem 26, page 590. And of course, you can see it. You have it in your book. So as they give you the two equations, let's write them out. So the first equation is y is equal to 2, and of course you have it in your book. Follow along in your book, please. 2x plus 3. And the second equation that was given was y equals half x minus 7. Okay, so the first step is to substitute the second equation, this one, with the first equation. No, substitute the second equation y. You see the equation for y, the second equation for y, with the first equation. So this y, we're going to change it to this, 2x plus 3. So we're going to rewrite it, the second equation, take the y here, and make it 2x plus 3, okay? Now, when we do that, whatever value we come up for x, we're going to solve for y in the first equation. So let's do the first thing first. So let's get my blue. And let's set up the equation. So two x plus 3 is equal to the second equation. Now, notice here, there's no negative x, negative half. But because we're putting it on the other side of the equation over here, when you move things aside, from one side of the equation to the other, it changes the sign. So this, see my pointer, this half becomes negative. So negative half. If I move it back across the equation, this half will become positive, which I think we're going to end up doing that. Negative 7. So let's look what we have. So all we did is we said the first step was to substitute what? Let me have a red pen. The second equation y, which is this one, with the first equation, which is here, 2x plus 3. And you can see we did that. We set it up like that. This is actually y of the first equation, see? 2x plus 3. Okay, let's go ahead and work the problem out. So we have 2x plus 3. And we're solving for x, by the way. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is get x off. That's what the objective is, to get the x off to itself, like we showed you before. So let me erase this line here. Let me take number 3 off. Okay, you can still see 3. I just want to get what we don't need out of the way. Alright, let me put the 3 back. Okay. And I put my equal sign. Okay. Alright, so let's work the problem. So 2x plus 3. To get this x off to the side, we're going to first subtract 3 from both sides. And of course this is a positive 3, so we're going to subtract a negative 3 from both sides. What do you do to one side? You do to the other side, right? So that will give us this gone, this gone, right? And so that's going to leave us with this. 2x on that side, right? And then we have here 7 negative and a 3 negative, which would make it what? A negative 10. But before we do that, we're going to do something else. You see this negative half x term. That's a negative half x. You see that term there? That term and this term are alike, the 2x. So we're going to combine those. And so when we combine those, you have 2 half x. And so your problem looks like this. This here becomes a negative 10, because a negative and a negative added together is a negative. Negative 7 and a negative 3 is a negative 10. Okay, that's what your problem looks like now. So what do we do from here? Well, it reads 2, see? Let me read it. Your problem reads 2x, 2 and a half x. And notice that the half, see, when it came back over the equation, see my pointer? It was negative. But when it came back, when we combined the like terms, it became a positive half. So we have the problem reads 2 and a half x equal negative 10. Keep in mind what we're trying to do also. We're trying to get the value of x, so we want to get x off to itself. So to do that, let me move my red out of the way, that little red line, because I still need to use that space. So 2 and a half x equals negative 10. So to get x off to itself, we're going to divide 2 and a half by negative 2 and a half. And you know that's going to cancel out. So, whatever we do to one side, we do to the opposite side. So, remember, 2.5 divided by notice this is negative over here and that one is positive over here. Why? Because we're on the opposite side of the equation. Alright? But whatever I do to one side, I did over to that. Okay. So let's go ahead and divide these. When I divide this, and that cancels out, and it leaves me with x. That's all left. All I did is I brought the x down. See? Bring down the equal sign. And now, negative 10 divided by 2.5. Because that's 2.5. So in your calculator, you can go 10 divided by 2.5. And that's going to give us 4. But since we're dividing a negative and a positive, that 4 will be a negative answer. That's your answer. X is equal to -4. Okay, we're not done yet, because now we have the value of x. And so, step 2, now use the -4 as x in the first equation and solve for y. Remember, we just finished solving for x. Now that we know what the value of x is, we're going to plug it in the first equation. You see the first equation is y equal, you see here, y equal 2x plus 3. This is the first equation, you see? So now let's go back up, write that equation out, and then we're gonna write the value of x instead of putting the x there, which we know the value of x is -4. Okay, so let's do it. Yeah, let's see if I can do it over here without erasing so you can follow along what we did here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. I think we can do it without erasing it. So y equal the 2x, but we know x is what? -4. Plus 3. Okay, and then y equals, let's go ahead and work this out. Y equals 2 times 4 is 8. But since 4 is negative, the answer is going to be negative. So that's going to be a -8. And bring down the plus 3. Okay, and as you can see, y is equal to a -8 and a +3 will leave you with what? A -5. That's your answer. So now, we have 2 answers in this problem because what we just did is we have the ordered pair. And then we can go and check our answer set and we can see which one it is. Obviously, the answer is 8. But here's how you do this now. Make sure when you line this up, you can see it. -4 is first because it's in the x position. It's on the x-axis. And -5 is on the y-axis. So your answer is A, -4, -5. That's your answer.